Hello, Baba and Nyonya. There's a good news today. A congratulations news. Raymond, congratulations. You just received the award. Tell us more about it.
Okay, the awards that I received today is known as the National Heritage Board Stewards of the Intangible Cultural Heritage Awards. Quite a mouthful.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really an honor to receive this award. But before I start, I also like to thank the Peranakan Association and Colin.
Yes.
Yeah, because both of you helped to do up the proposal and also nominate myself as one of the Intangible Cultural Heritage practitioners. I'm still very excited about it, and I got no words to explain how happy I am actually.
You're feeling, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can understand.
Correct. And it's really 20 years just fleet past like that. And that's why, like during the thank you speech, I mentioned like the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. So that's why I also have to thank our Peranakan pioneers, because it's not for them we won't be able to enjoy the fruits today, which is the beautiful Peranakan culture.
Yeah.
And now with winning these awards, now that I've enjoyed the fruit, it's time for me to plant the seed so that the new generation can enjoy the fruits in years to come.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
And Colin, you are the one who started preparing the nomination. You might want to share with us how.
Sure, it wasn't just me, and it was also Linda in my. And when TPAS said, we need to continue to support the award, MHP's opinion about process. And we were trying to figure out who among us in the community which should really bring us this. And the last award was the first inaugural award went to Chee Lai.
Yes.
West Street, who we nominated.
Yes.
All his contributions to Kebaya. And this time around we thought that, hey, there will be a small handful of living experts, sulam experts, and embroidery for Kebaya. And among them, quite clearly, you were just a leading candidate, It was without a doubt. I've seen you doing it for so many years, and it was very clear to us, leader himself, that you have improved so much. To a point where you can even begin to teach sulam, the embroidery, a traditional Lasalle.
Yes.
And to us in TPAS, I think that's very important, because what we're trying to do is to encourage the tradition. Yeah, not only to have it imbibed by the young and current generation, but also the future traditions cannot exist in production. True, it has to just go on.
Especially in the era where our Peranakan pioneers had more technology, but they're able to produce such a beautiful fashion culture. Then in our current generation with technology, we should be actually trying to see how can we steer towards the future, to see how to use technology to work more efficiently and able to allow this beautiful fashion culture to move forward.
And this is really exciting, right? To tap on modern day technology, to reproduce, reignite, or refine what we have done in the past.
Correct.
But hopefully also, I hope we don't lose parts of.
Yeah.
Of course, and also the flavor of the overall. Yeah.
So, for example, this is using the modern technology for this 3D.
Yes. In fact, this is actually, I would say, the fruit of after teaching with my students after so many years in Lasalle. Because during the period when I teach my students, I always use a pedagogical approach to teach the students. But I noticed that the students today are different from the students in the past. They really want to have a more holistic approach where once I know the basic skill, I need to know how to improvise and recreate it immediately. So this is actually one of the very good examples that during my time, one of my students was doing a project where the theme is on Halloween, and she wants to have like a monster hand going over the shoulder, but it needs to be 3D a float. And she was hoping to use embroidery as one of the technique. And that's where it actually pushes me further that, hey, the culture can move further by having 3D flowers. So that's how this came about. And secondly is, with technology today and softwares that are more updated now, I'm also exploring on digitizing our embroidery designs. And I'm starting it since about 2 years ago slowly. How to make the designs out and actually use the computer to embroider out the designs. So for example, if you look at this whole piece, you might want to guess which one is by computer, which one is by hand.
More it is not, you know. I don't know. I had definitely the edge.
Yeah, probably is definitely by hand. Yeah.
I guess the flowers will be by computer. The butterfly.
Instead, it is the flowers that is done by hand, and the butterflies are actually 3D
My
embroidered
God, they are almost the same.
with the computer.
With the computer.
Yes, see the front and back
Yes.
equally as cute.
So it can even be more intricate than this.
I endeavor so. I think it's just that there's no one to start out the ball rolling and nobody to experiment. And I believe that as long as there's someone who's willing to teach, definitely there'll be some young Singaporeans who are interested to want to learn. It's just that they may not know where is the avenue to learn.
Cool.
So that's where I hope that in the future, when there's more interaction with my students, when I teach, whether it's in my workshop here or whether it's in Lasalle, it's actually a two-way learning.
Yeah.
As I go, actually.
You know, this is very This is quite interesting because, you know, it takes like from a month to 6 months to do a real sulam.
Yes.
Depending on how it is. But if we are able to digitize it and hit computer design and how much faster can it?
Yes. And in fact, I applied all my knowledge on free motion embroidery. On it's like every flower, every petal has a small direction of embroidery. So I actually have to apply my knowledge on that onto the computer and actually print it out, digitize it out. So it's not like the embroidery that you see today where it goes all zigzag in one direction and it just gives you patch here and patch there to give you the shape and the color. And it's much thicker. If you touch the wings of this butterfly, you'll notice that it's very thin.
Wow.
It feels almost as refined as what most of our Peranakan women like for their Kebaya embroideries, which is very nice and thin, that when the bead low, the front looks flat. Like the
Yes, but how long will it take to accomplish something?
For example, like my girl, when she do the orchid itself, it may take her about 45 minutes just to do the orchids. But to do the butterfly alone, it takes me 15 minutes with the computer. So this is what I mean by working efficiently.
Well, imagine one curve type.
One third the time, and it will likely be the way that we have to explore so that we can actually produce things more efficient, especially when
And lower cost.
lower cost, true, because at the end of the day, it is fully handmade, regardless whether it's done in Singapore or in Indonesia. Our labor costs would slowly increase as standard of living increase in anywhere of the world.
True.
So you cannot be relying everything on handmade. So if you have the handmade expertise and knowledge, we should be actually exploring how to use technology to work more efficiently and produce a similar texture if possible, or even better if possible. And this would mean that our Peranakan community is always changing, evolving, adapting ourselves, and making ourselves relevant to the world. And that's what my vision is for the association.
That's great. I mean, that's really something. Yeah.
And in this Kebaya, you also notice that it's also partly inspired by the 1960s style, where the modern Nyonyas in that era started to wear like the Malay actresses in that era. I felt that if I were to be able to mix and match like Kebaya and the Malay and Kebaya together, it would be interesting for our young people to wear this to work. Because when you have a Kebaya like this, which falls better on your body and you can wear to work, it makes our ladies look more beautiful and more colorful, especially nowadays when there's more Zoom meetings and when you look at each other over the camera and everybody's all wearing black and white, and the person wearing would be colorful or nice or even look official like this. It attracts people's attention. and you may be able to break ice more easily during the conversation.
Well, what it means also is that it can come some kind of big brand or uniform, for the service style.
Yeah, but I think it's still a long way because I still have to figure out how to do and create more designs using the digitized machine. And secondly is sizing chart all around the world are different. The American sizing chart, the European, even China. So again, these are areas that we may have to explore further, so that if we actually want to go out of Singapore to produce clothes for overseas people, I may have to explore further on the sizing chart and the
Yes, this is definitely because I experienced like necklaces. Europeans' body and Asian is different, so the length. So that time when I imported the necklaces from Asia to London, when they put on, it's too short for them because of the body.
Yeah. So for myself, if there are anybody who wish to collaborate further and see how can we bring this up further, I also welcome any of our Peranakan members to come forward and meet their listen how can we explore that also. Because if there's no exploration, in fact, if there is no mistakes here and there, you won't be able to find what is wrong and how to improve yourself as we go.
Yeah, I think that's true. Experimentation is very correct. And also, I guess, at the end of the day, is the market will decide which experiment is going to be successful.
Correct. Of course, for Nyonya Kebayas, I still feel that the vintage style where is the most beautiful because they are evergreen. So evergreen to the point that for the past 100 years it's always been popular. But even though you've observed that past 100 years, it has been changing styles from lace, embroidery,
and
embroidery, Kebaya fashion, and then back to Kebaya, back again. So we are always dynamic to our fashion sense actually.
Good. And then what do you see as the fashion trend, right now and going forward?
Kebaya.
In fact, I noticed that more and more of our Singaporean generation are starting to have a different taste from our neighbors, especially from Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia, where they still favor the overly colorful ones. In fact, nowadays some of my customers are actually hoping to explore lesser embroideries and see whether they can mix and match their kebayas with their modern clothes in a more fashion sense. Sometimes they feel that less is more. And in fact, if you are able to notice happening, I normally notice that most of the vintage kebayas have very little embroideries. And if you are able to match with beautiful camisoles fully embroidered, when you wear your kebaya, it can be less is more. Because the embroidery may be little, but people are looking at the full details of your innerwear, your outerwear, and how you match with your clothes. There are more people in Singapore are gearing towards that. And they find that it is, when you are doing less is more, to them it's a form of appreciating the culture and the embroidery in a quite luxury manner.
So we'll be talking about the top and pants, so matching the bottom, like you say.
Yeah.
You're talking about jeans, talking pants, talking about skirts.
So in time to come, I'll be doing some collaborations on the fashion wall. I'll be trying to see how can I create some new styles of batik pants that ladies can actually wear to work, and not just the kebaya though. These are all experimentation that I actually would be doing for the next 6 months. In fact,
Wow.
We look forward.
thanks.
So definitely, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Actually,
Thank you. And I also like to thank all my family members. I like to thank God for giving me this opportunity. Thank my family members for giving me a lot of support. Though we have a lot of quarrels because there are months that they are actually in the books. That it's like, wow, you hear a lot of me singing in there. But they still support me in this symbol. And lastly, all my friends and customers who have been appreciating the style that I crochet all these years and they love my clothes. Thank you for the support, and I do hope I'll be able to produce more creative styles for the younger generation.
Good. We look forward to seeing more designs and the changes and all that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.